Owning a Volkswagen is one of those things that rewards the people who actually pay attention to their car. These are precision-engineered machines built to tight tolerances, and when you take care of them properly, they will run reliably for a very long time. But here's the thing. A lot of what keeps a Volkswagen healthy doesn't require a dealership, doesn't require expensive specialist tools, and doesn't require years of mechanical training. It requires knowing the right things. The kind of knowledge that experienced VW owners pick up over years of driving, maintaining, and learning from their mistakes. The kind of information that rarely makes it into the owner's manual but gets passed around in VW forums, in independent garages, and between enthusiasts who actually know these cars well. Today we're putting 10 of the most valuable maintenance hacks for Volkswagen owners in one place. Whether you're driving a Golf, a Passat, a Tiguan, a Polo, or anything else wearing the VW badge, what follows is going to change how you think about keeping your car at its best. Let's get into it. Hack number 1. Check your oil level with the engine warm, not cold. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but it's one of the most consistently misunderstood aspects of VW engine maintenance, and it leads to a surprising number of owners either overfilling or under-monitoring their oil level. On most Volkswagen engines, particularly the 1.4 TSI, 2.0 TSI, and 2.0 TDI units, the oil level reading you get from a cold engine is not the reading you should be making decisions based on. When the engine is cold, oil that's been coating the cylinder walls, the turbocharger, and all the internal components has had time to drain back into the sump, giving you an artificially high reading on the dipstick or the electronic oil level sensor. The correct procedure is to run the engine to full operating temperature, turn it off, wait 5 to 10 minutes for the oil to drain back down, and then check the level. That is the accurate reading. That's what tells you whether you need to top up or whether you're where you should be. Checking it cold and adding oil based on that reading is one of the most common ways VW owners end up overfilling. And overfilling a turbocharged engine creates its own set of serious problems, including oil being pushed past seals and into the intake system. Hack number 2. Use only the correct VW spec engine oil and nothing else. This is non-negotiable for any Volkswagen owner, and it doesn't get said firmly enough in most general car care content. Volkswagen engines are designed around specific oil specifications that are unique to the VAG group. You will see codes like VW504.00, VW507.00, VW502.00, and VW508.00 on oil bottles, and those numbers matter enormously. The 507.00 specification, for example, is what most modern VW TDI engines with diesel particulate filters require. Using a standard off-the-shelf 5W40 that doesn't carry that approval, even if it's a reputable brand, can accelerate DPF clogging, increase wear on the oil-fed timing chain tensioner, and in turbocharged engines lead to deposit buildup in the turbo bearing that shortens its service life significantly. The VW specification oil is formulated with additive packages designed specifically for the metallurgy and clearances in these engines. Confirm your engine's required spec in your service book or owner's manual, and then buy only oil that explicitly states that approval code on the bottle. Nothing else goes in. This one habit alone will do more for the long-term health of your VW than almost anything else on this list. Hack number 3. But reset the service reminder yourself after every oil change. If you change your own oil, or if you have it changed by an independent garage that doesn't always remember to reset the service interval indicator, the service reminder in your instrument cluster will continue counting down from the previous reset point, rather than from the actual fresh oil change. Over time, this creates a situation where your car is telling you it needs a service before it actually does. Or worse, the system loses track entirely. Resetting it yourself takes about 30 seconds. On most modern Volkswagen models with the MFA computer, you navigate to the service display in the instrument cluster using the scroll button on the wiper stalk or the multifunction steering wheel buttons, find the oil change counter, and perform a long press reset. On older models with a simpler trip computer, there's a button hold sequence that initiates the reset. Your owner's manual has the exact steps for your specific model year. Getting into the habit of doing this immediately after every oil change means your service reminder is always accurate. And accurate service data matters when it comes time to sell the car and show a complete, properly documented service history. Hack number 4. Clean your throttle body. Before you chase expensive faults, A dirty throttle body is one of the most underdiagnosed causes of rough idle, hesitation on light throttle, poor fuel economy, and inconsistent cold starts in Volkswagen petrol engines. The throttle body sits between the air filter and the intake manifold, and over time, oil vapor from the crankcase ventilation system coats the inside of the throttle body and the edge of the throttle plate with a dark, sticky residue that disrupts airflow and causes the throttle position sensor to work harder to compensate. The result is erratic idle and a general feeling that the engine is not quite right. Before spending money chasing fault codes or replacing sensors, remove the intake hose from the throttle body, spray throttle body cleaner onto a clean cloth, and carefully wipe the bore and the edges of the butterfly valve clean. Do not spray cleaner directly into the throttle body on VW engines with a plastic housing, as some cleaners can damage the coating. Once cleaned, you may need to perform a throttle body adaptation reset through an OBD diagnostic tool or through the ignition cycle procedure described in your vehicle's service documentation, so the ECU relearns the correct closed throttle position. The difference in idle quality after this service is often immediate and obvious. Hack number 5. Monitor and maintain your DSG gearbox fluid on schedule. The DSG dual-clutch gearbox, fitted to a huge proportion of the Volkswagen lineup, is an engineering achievement that has an unfortunate reputation for being problematic, a reputation that, in many cases, comes entirely from neglected fluid changes rather than any fundamental design flaw. Volkswagen's official service schedule for DSG fluid changes has historically been set at intervals that many independent specialists consider too long for real-world driving conditions, particularly for owners who do a lot of urban stop-start driving or towing. The DSG's wet clutch packs run in the gearbox fluid, and that fluid degrades as it absorbs heat and microscopic clutch material over time. When the fluid is old and degraded, the clutch engagement becomes less precise, you start to feel judder on takeoff, and the characteristic smooth power delivery that makes the DSG so good starts to feel rough and hesitant. Changing the DSG fluid at or before the manufacturer's recommended interval and going no longer than 60,000 kilometers between changes, regardless of what the service schedule says, is the single most effective way to keep this gearbox performing the way it's supposed to. It's a job that can be done by a competent independent VW specialist for a reasonable cost, and the difference in gearbox feel is dramatic. Hack number 6. Address carbon buildup on intake valves proactively. This is the one that catches direct injection VW owners off guard because it's a consequence of how the engine works rather than any maintenance oversight. In older port injection engines, fuel was sprayed directly onto the back of the intake valves, and the detergents in modern petrol kept those valves naturally clean. In direct injection engines, which covers most modern VW TSI units, fuel goes straight into the cylinder and never touches the intake valves at all. The intake valves are still bathed in oily vapor from the crankcase ventilation system, and with no fuel wash to clean them, that vapor bakes onto the valve stems and heads as thick, hard carbon deposits. By 60 to 80,000 kilometers, those deposits can be significant enough to cause rough idle misfires, reduced power, and intake valve rattle. The proactive approach is to use a high-quality PEA-based fuel system cleaner regularly to help manage combustion chamber deposits, and to consider a walnut shell blasting service, where a specialist blasts the intake ports with crushed walnut shells under pressure every 80,000 kilometers or so. This is a known, accepted maintenance item on direct injection VW engines, and budgeting for it ahead of time is far less painful than diagnosing misfires and replacing injectors because the root cause was never addressed. Hack number 7. Keep your pollen filter changed for your engine's benefit, not just your nose. Most VW owners who know about the pollen filter think of it purely in terms of air quality inside the cabin. What they don't connect is the relationship between a blocked pollen filter and the load placed on the blower motor and the HVAC system. When the pollen filter is saturated, and in areas with high pollen counts or dusty environments, it can become restrictive far sooner than the annual service interval suggests. The blower motor works harder to push air through a clogged medium. Over time, this increases current draw, generates more heat in the motor, and shortens the life of the blower resistor pack, which is a component that fails on VWs with some regularity and costs considerably more to replace than a pollen filter. On most Volkswagen models, the pollen filter is an extremely accessible service item located behind the glove box or in the engine bay near the base of the windscreen, and changing it takes about 5 minutes without any tools. Check it every 6 months regardless of mileage. If it looks gray and compressed rather than white and open, replace it. It's cheap enough that there's no reason to wait for a scheduled service interval. Hack number 8. Inspect and clean your battery terminals every year. Modern Volkswagens are heavily reliant on a stable, consistent 12-volt electrical supply. The amount of electronics in a current VW, from the engine management ECU to the transmission control unit, the ABS module, the airbag system, the infotainment, and the array of driver assistance sensors, means that voltage irregularities and poor battery connections have consequences that go far beyond a slow start in cold weather. Corroded battery terminals create resistance in the circuit, which causes voltage drops that the ECU experiences as noise. This can trigger intermittent fault codes, cause the stop-start system to behave erratically, produce random electrical gremlins that come and go without obvious cause, and in some cases trigger a full system reset where multiple warning lights illuminate simultaneously. Cleaning the terminals annually with a battery terminal cleaning brush, applying a thin layer of terminal protection grease or petroleum jelly to prevent further corrosion, and ensuring that the battery clamps are torqued down firmly takes about 15 minutes and eliminates an enormous category of potential electrical issues before they start. If your VW battery is over 4 years old, have it load tested annually even if it seems fine. A battery that holds a surface charge but fails under load is responsible for a lot of unexplained electrical behavior in older VWs. Hack number 9. Bleed your brakes every 2 years without waiting for symptoms. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it actively absorbs moisture from the surrounding atmosphere over time, even in a sealed system. As the moisture content of brake fluid increases, its boiling point drops. Fresh DOT4 brake fluid, which is what most modern Volkswagens specify, has a dry boiling point well above 200 degrees Celsius. But brake fluid that has been in the system for 2 or 3 years without a change can have its wet boiling point reduced to the point where aggressive braking generates enough heat to cause vapor bubbles in the fluid. When vapor enters the hydraulic circuit, the pedal becomes spongy. The braking response becomes inconsistent, and in a worst-case scenario, you get brake fade at exactly the moment you need the brakes most. Volkswagen's official recommendation is to change brake fluid every 2 years, and unlike some manufacturer intervals, this is one that you should take seriously and not push. A full brake fluid flush is inexpensive, takes about an hour at an independent garage, and the difference in pedal feel after fresh fluid goes in, particularly if your driving fluid that's been in the system for 3 or 4 years, is immediately noticeable. Don't wait until the pedal tells you something is wrong. Hack number 10. Read your own fault codes before any garage visit. This final hack is the one that shifts the power dynamic of every service and repair conversation you'll ever have about your Volkswagen. A quality OBD2 diagnostic scanner, particularly one with VW-specific capability, like those running the OBD11 app with a compatible Bluetooth adapter or a dedicated VCDS interface from Rostec, gives you access to the same fault code data that a dealership service technician reads from your car. When a warning light comes on, or when something doesn't feel right, reading those codes yourself before anyone else does changes everything. You walk into a garage already knowing what the car has flagged, which means you can research the fault beforehand, understand what the likely causes are, know what the typical repair involves, and have an informed conversation rather than simply handing over the keys and waiting for whatever diagnosis comes back. It also means you can tell whether a fault code that's been cleared wasn't fixed, because you can check again after the repair. A basic VW-compatible OBD reader costs far less than a single unnecessary diagnostic fee at a dealership, and over the lifetime of your ownership, it will pay for itself many times over. It's not about doing all your own repairs. It's about never going into a maintenance or repair conversation without knowing what your car already told you. The bottom line: 10 hacks. Some of them take 5 minutes. Some of them require a small investment in a tool or a service. All of them will extend the life of your Volkswagen, keep it performing the way it was built to, and save you money compared to the alternative of discovering these things the expensive way. The through line in all of them is the same: knowing your car, staying ahead of its needs, and never letting small things become big things through inattention. That's what separates the VW owners who drive their cars for 200,000 kilometers without drama from the ones who end up frustrated by problems that were entirely avoidable. If you want more content like this, subscribe and you'll see it when it drops. Leave a comment with which hack surprised you most. And if you've got a VW maintenance tip that didn't make this list, share it. This community always knows more than any one video can cover. See you in the next one.